This is our T card.
Hello, today we'd like to make a comparative analysis of Shanghai and Nanjing population forecasts. The Shanghai Council requires accurate population forecasts for strategy planning. Similarly, Nanjing's urban developments depends on precise population projections. This presentation compares the population forecasting models for Shanghai and Nanjing, focusing on the methods and assumptions behind these projects. They guide decisions that shape the future of the cities. First part is the factor comparison for the Shanghai model. It used logistic growth model considering economic, social, and other factors. Key variables including population, carrying capacity, growth rate, and time. For its data analysis, it used data from 2002 to 2021. And for Nanjing model, it's based on a relationship between GDP per capita, number of mushroom cultural factor, and population. Key variables including its GPT, numbers of museums, population. Now
let's do some comparison about the correctness of the forecasts between these two models. First, in the case of Nanjing, my model is shown in a PowerPoint. To test the correctness of the model's forecast, I first calculate the populations using three groups of data in the past, as shown in the table. The projected P column is what I get using my model, and the real P column is the real populations in the 3 years. I also calculate the difference between the projected ones and real ones to see the gap between my model's forecasts and the real world data. From the table, we could see my forecasts are greatly larger than real numbers. The difference went up and up as years passed. In the case of Shanghai, model is shown in a PowerPoint too. Using the data from 2016 to 2022, we can validate the model. By plugging in the values of t, we compare the predicted populations from our model with the actual data. If the deviation is minimal, our model is robust for past populations. It turns out that the model fits the past data well. However, it's still essential to understand that real-world events like economic downturns, policy changes, or global pandemics might deviate from our projections. In comparison with Zhou's model, my model does much more poorly in fitting the past data. So we can also see that in terms of forecasting the future data, Zhou's model will still get better results. The reasons why my model does poorly may be that there are so few factors involved in my model, as I only consider culture and economy, both represented by one single index in reality, which is kind of ridiculous when applied to real-life situations. While Zhou's function has more factors and includes a limit for the highest population a city can hold, which prevents the population from growing to an unreachable number. But still, the two models share some similarities. The first one is that we both use logistic model, which is the most suitable basic function for population growth. The second one is that our model are both incapable of taking the impact of big events into account when making predictions. For example, when a pandemic happens, the economy and social structure are greatly influencing both cities, and the majority of people are locked in their own communities and not allowed to travel or even go out for work or study. This national policy may have a big influence on Nanjing's and Shanghai's population, while our models don't include these changes. All these special events are not included in the consideration of the current models, which may lead to a great gap between the real populations and projected ones. In conclusion, we just explained and compared the two models from two aspects: factors involved and the correctness of forecasts. We believe this comparison makes the strength and flaws of each model clear. Thank you for watching.